Good morning.
Thank you for coming to join us, Lando. Now, I'm delighted to say, I'll warn everybody, if you have a question for Lando, we may get to your question because I'll chat to Lando for a few minutes and then we might be able to send a microphone out to the crowd and get your questions for Lando as well. Can I start off by saying 12 months down the line, so it's 12 months ago that we last spoke, and you were on the edge of your first season in Formula One. I'm going to ask you in a couple of moments whether it lived up to expectations, whether it went beyond expectations. But can I say on behalf of fans of Formula One, well done on last year. What a debut year, everybody. Lando, goodness me. So, did it live up to everything that all your life you've been thinking that one day you'd be on the grid in Formula One?
It did, and much more. Now, I was here last year, and I was so nervous. There was so many things in Formula One that you got to think about, and I was so nervous going up to Barcelona and then also Australia. I didn't know how I was going to do. You know, I was going with Carlos as my teammate, who's been in Formula One for 4 years. I'm going up against 19 other drivers who are the best in the world. I didn't know what to expect, but I think, and I can now say that I was very happy with how I did. I did better than I thought I would did, and not saying it was because it was easy at all, but just because as a team we worked really well, and my engineers helped me so much just to settle in, to get comfortable, and be able to do the best I can.
Over recent years in Formula One, there have been a few sort of gusts of fresh air that have come through. I think Daniel Ricciardo was one because he was himself, his personality shone through. Your personality did as well. You weren't restrained at all last year. You were just yourself.
Well, I try to be. I mean, Formula One is quite like enclosed. It's a little world. And not many people express maybe as normal as what they should be. People act, and Formula One changes people in a way. But I just want to have fun. I love Formula One, and it's everything I've dreamt of doing my whole life and everything I work towards. But at the same time, I just want to enjoy every moment. Whether it's not just driving the car, but it's in the paddock, it's away from the track, it's here, wherever. I just want to enjoy it and have fun and just love my life, and that's why. So I guess that's what you see from the outside. It's maybe a bit different to a lot of people, but I don't know. I have to get the balance right, because at the same time you can get a lot of people saying it looks like I may be enjoying it too much, and not concentrating hard enough and everything. But yeah, I don't really care what they say to me.
On the contrary, I think that I've thought for many years when you get post-race interviews and drivers, obviously they've got PR people around them recording everything they say, so they get told off if they say the wrong thing. For a driver to actually be themselves and say what they're thinking, for example, I'm not sure Kimi Raikkonen cares particularly about whether he gets in trouble about what he says in an interview, but I rather like that. If you can be yourself and you're given a bit more freedom to show your personality, I think it's a good thing.
I think it's good, and I mean McLaren are very good at trying to open up and allow the fans to interact more with Carlos and myself and the drivers. So I'm very happy about that. So it's a nice environment that I'm living in at the moment, but. Yeah, I'll be the same this year. I'm not going to change anything. There's things I need to work harder on and change my approach slightly too. But as far as it goes in terms of just trying to have fun, enjoy my career in Formula One, hopefully, I'll be the same this year.
Your interaction with the fans as well has been something quite remarkable.
Yeah.
You seem to have slotted into that rather naturally as well. Social media, of course, is something that's part of our everyday lives, but therefore your ability to interact with fans of the sport around the world was a pretty natural thing for you to do.
Well, I mean, I've grown up within this, and I've always been on social media since I was a little kid. Too early maybe for what I should have done, but yeah, it's part of my life. It's giving you guys and fans and whoever is at home a better behind the scenes, a better knowledge of what a Formula One driver does, how they act, what they get up to, and so on. Yeah, and that's just what I want to do. I just want to, like I said earlier, just enjoy it and give people something that they don't see with many other drivers. You know, with streaming on Twitch and just people watching me at home playing on a simulator or playing games or whatever. No other driver does that, so it's just to show what I love doing. Is to give people a better insight of what I get up to. And yeah, and I hope they like it. So.
But you're right, it has given us an insight into what a Formula One driver does away from Formula One races, and I've got a great insight into what you do. You sit on a video screen pretty much all day long.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, as soon as I get home. I mean, there's instances where I've been, you know, where we've been in Barcelona or Monza or Spa. I don't want to talk about Spa. There's a lot of races this year, the European ones.